progressed and enhanced. Different sahifas came, and the Torah was updated, upgraded, until a time came when it was an updated edition was required, and then the Zabur came, which consolidated the contents of the Torah and those sahifa, divine letters that came in the interim. Likewise, the same thing happened with the Injil, but the difference was once the Injil had come, now a new edition was set in the name of the Quran. This edition needed no further addition. This edition needed no amendment. This edition did not need any annexation, any further attachment. It was a complete synopsis of the entire data of the Lawh Mahfuz. That is one of the greatest tragedies of today, that we as the heirs of this great book have forgot its true content. We treat it for the purposes of sawab or isal sawab. Sawab, recitation. When it's time to recite, we recite for the sheer blessing of it. Or when someone passes away, these are perfectly fine actions. But if mere recitation and sawab from that recitation was the object of its revelation, then Allah would simply have preserved one of the previous books, because they were also divine revelations. The contamination of the previous books and the necessity to have an uncontaminable final edition in the name of the Quran wasn't simply for recitation, it was for investigation and exploration. And the entire corpus of the Lawh Mahfuz is now summarized in 13 chapters. You would say, how is that possible? So much data in such short chapterage? Well, modern science has said to you it's not about quantity, it's about quality, how you can store data. That is why when you pick up a book and you look at the contents page, you will be told what is in the book and what isn't in the book. You can realistically expect that a book with the title of biology will not talk about botany, or will not necessarily talk about mechanics, because each subject and each author has its own speciality. But when the Quran talked of its contents, its contents in terms of contents pages, it didn't require a whole list. One verse summarized the entire contents of the Quran. And we have become oblivious to this verse. We don't really pay attention to this verse. In fact,